Let me tell you about this Uber driver stalker that I have. Okay, so I'm new to California, of course. I'm from Michigan. I use Uber because Uber is a lot easier than wasting all your money on gas. I didn't know anything about Uber when I moved to California from Michigan, and so since then I've just been running with it. Maybe November, I met a guy. I'm not gonna say any names, you know, just in case he might find out about this or something. I don't know. Now, well, actually, he took me home twice. Once from the store, and once he took me to work. I gave him my number because he's like, hey, if you want to ever get a ride for free, just let me know. Well, I didn't know it was for free. I'm just thinking he's like, oh, I'll do like a separate thing, because a lot of these Uber drivers, they do their own thing outside of Uber or whatever. They get a list of people and they just take them around. So whatever. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, maybe he just wants to get some money without Uber. He called me on Christmas, and then he said Happy New Year for New Year's. And I'm not paying no mind. I'm like, oh, this is some crazy old Uber driver. Just maybe wants to be friendly or something. He does that with all his clients. I don't know. So anyway, he picked us up again one last time. And he's like, I called you and you never answered my phone. He's just playing, just joking or whatever. I'm like, oh, you know, I felt awkward. But I was like, oh, you know, I don't really keep up with numbers or answer the phone or whatever I told him. So he's like, okay, well, I told you I'll give you a ride, right? I'm like, yeah, but I didn't know, you know. He's like, I told you I'd give you for free. I'm like, oh, well, So I was like, oh, well, I didn't know you meant free. I don't like to assume anything. You know, as months go by, that's weird. As months go by, he took us far for free or whatever. You take us to the train station because we do travel a lot for far distances. Sometimes we take the train, take Uber, whatever like that. He did that and it was, you know, cool, whatever. So then all of a sudden he's like, oh, the reason why I like you so much is because when I first saw you, I thought you were my niece. That's why I was asking about your family and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, whatever. He's like, yeah, if you guys want to go out to eat, I'll take both of you out to eat. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I love to eat, so I'm going to go with my fat ass. It was cool. We went to Cheesecake Factory. You know, I want to break his pocket, you know what I'm saying? Got some food. It's nice, whatever. I could tell he's interested. He likes me or whatever. And I'm like, okay, we can be friends. You know, plus he's helping out a little bit as far as driving. But, you know, that was it. So we're sitting in the car. He's like, yeah, I really like you. And sometimes you want to spend time, you can go get a hotel or something. And I'm like, for what? I have a wife and we can't really go over her house, and I'm assuming I can't come to yours. I'm like, no, you cannot come into my house. But I was like, well, I just kind of brushed it off or whatever. And come to find out, he's like, wants to be more than friends, like friends with benefits, like a sugar daddy kind of situation. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not really interested in that. I told him that the first time he brought it up. I told him that I'm not interested in doing it, whatever. So then he's like, okay, I'm not gonna pressure you, stuff like that. He calls me, now mind you, he calls me all day. I'm not lying, all day, calling me. He texts me. He leaves me all kind of voicemails. My voicemail list is like full of him. And then like when I finally decide I want to talk to him, he's like, oh, you know, grumpy, or you don't answer your phone. And I'm not even kidding with this accent, y'all. This accent is his. Like, I'm trying to make it his, but he got an accent. He's like, you don't answer, you don't, now you see my text messages, I text you and I left you voicemail, but it's funny, I shouldn't call you or leave you voicemails because it doesn't matter, it doesn't work. I'm like, but you're still doing it. So one time he didn't come home. And he was calling me, texting me, the usual regular stalker shit. So then he's like, he texted me, he's like, oh, I'm outside your house. You're where? I told my girl, I'm like, you know, he's outside the house. And she's like freaking out. She's like, oh my God, that's so creepy. La la la, it's creepy. And what if he tries to come in the house? So we like freaked out for the next couple of days. I told her I said something, but I didn't want to like, I can sense stuff. I can tell when somebody's gonna be a little crazy. A lot of crazy are just like bananas or whatever. And I didn't think he was gonna be bananas. I'm like, oh, maybe he just wanted to, cause he's an Uber driver. He drives late. Maybe he's in an area, stop by, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He just really, like, I still talk to him, but he just always questioning me, like, why didn't you answer the phone? Why didn't you want to see me? And I'm like, are we together? I don't remember us. We had this discussion. We're not together. We had this like 2-hour phone conversation about how I told him I was not gonna have sex with him and he thought I was lying. I'm like, no, you're old as, first of all, I don't get down like that. Okay, I don't. I just don't get down like that. Second of all, you're old. Old enough to be my dad. Like, when I was born, you was already a grown-ass man. What I look like? First of all. Third of all, look, we know you probably use some kind of pills, keep it up, because you old as fuck, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's how I was on the phone for like 2 hours. He's like, look, and I'm like, okay, just trying to see what he was gonna say. I'm just like, so what's the benefit of doing that? Like, what good do I get out of that? He's like, oh, well, if you need something, I'll give it to you. You're gonna have to come up with something better than that, because I already got people I can call if I need something. Would you gonna give me a couple of rides? That's not good enough for these goods. You're gonna have to come better than that for these goods, okay? I told him over and over and over. He's like trying to negotiate. Like, nah, this ain't no negotiation. This ain't no negotiation. You got how many? You got like 5 kids, a wife. He's like, oh, are you saying that because I'm married? Like, one, yes, you are married. And I would never, ever, ever, ever mess around with someone who's married or even in a relationship. I don't do stuff like that. I've had my share of homewreckers. I would never, ever be a homewrecker. So anyway, more of the story is he's still stalking me. He's calling me all day the other day. Showed up at the house again. He called me from 1 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock a.m. So I texted him. I was like, don't show up at my house. I'll call you later. So that was at 7 o'clock in the morning, then the following morning. So then he starts blowing my phone up, calling, voicemail. Then he texts me, said, I would not text you or call you ever again. Don't be angry. What had happened was it's always something that you say when you're lying. What had happened was, this is what, no, you're a lie. You was at my house. And then he said, I didn't enter your house. Nobody said anything about entering the house, okay? I said, don't come to my house. So don't try to enter my house either, okay? Don't enter my house. Because if you enter the house, there is a problem. And you don't want those problems, my dude. I'll update you on what's going on. All right. Ciao, Bella.